Taurus, welcome to your weekly tarot reading for July 11th to the 17th. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Keep in mind that this is a general reading and it may not resonate for everybody. Okay, let's get started here for Taurus. Messages for Taurus. Five of Cups. Capricorn received that. Let's see here. We'll get all your cards out before we begin. Oh, how interesting. Okay. Oops. That fell on the floor. Shuffle those back in. One more card. Thank you. Okay, Taurus. Very interesting. You know, different set of cards, but at the same time, the messages are very interesting, very similar to the Capricorn reading. You might want to check that reading out. Maybe you have placements in Capricorn. Three of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so we've got the Five of Cups here with the Queen of Rods. We're seeing the Devil card, the Nine of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. So what this is telling me, not Capricorn, but it really feels like Capricorn's reading, is that there is some emotional situation happening right now where you're being guided to sort of let it go. And it feels like a loss. It feels sad. It feels regret, remorse, sadness, guilt. You might even be having sort of a level of fear around this because you're sort of needing to release something that you're not clear on how to do that right now. You might also be feeling quite frustrated with it because we see this Queen of Rods here in reverse, which is really an energy that can be kind of tricky to deal with, because when we're sitting in this space, we might be feeling like we want to sort of have some revenge about something that really hurt us. And so seeing the Five of Cups and the Queen of Wands together says to me that there's something that is sort of really triggering you to want to even the playing field, and that might not be what's best for you. What's best for you might be to sort of just seek emotional fulfillment elsewhere and to sort of follow whatever intuitive feelings you have about where that could be leading you, sort of envisioning a new path and letting this one go. And it's interesting to see this connection here with the Queen of Wands and the Devil card, Queen of Wands in reverse, because that Devil card could just be you sort of feeling a little bit obsessed or a little bit like you have sort of a difficult time releasing something. You keep thinking about it, running through your mind saying, how dare they, how dare they, how dare they? And it's interesting. It's sort of mixed. It's sort of a fear mixed with sadness and a bit of anger here about a situation. And it's almost like this reading is guiding you away from those lower vibrations, sort of to clear you and giving you liberation from some unhealthy fixations about something in the past. It's interesting, like to see the Devil with these cards tells me that you're dangerously close to sort of over-identifying with this situation and sort of becoming a prisoner of this storyline in the Five of Cups. There's something that Taurus needs to release and sort of almost just move away from completely, even in your thoughts, Taurus. This is not serving you to hang on to. And I feel like the more you fixate on this old story, the more you're sort of going to experience this almost this feeling of having like unfocused energy or delays. You know, this Eight of Wands in reverse can really start to create a hesitation within us. And it's like you're headed towards a burnout here. And seeing the Nine of Cups tells me a couple of things. It tells me that you may have a very strong attachment to whatever it is that I'm asking you to release today. And that you might be feeling like you don't know how to open your heart right now to let this go, you know? And that, you know, it might not appear that things are really pleasing you right now. Like you've got unfulfilled desires that could be blocking your path. And the more we focus on it, the more it's like the deeper you get into this attachment. It's really interesting seeing the Three of Wands. I can't help but think that it's time to envision something else. It's time to put something else in that mind of yours. It's time to almost expect something optimistic and to sort of put your efforts into different opportunities, to move towards something in a different direction, to know that you can change your mindset and focus on something else. And I think that that would serve you. Looking at these other cards, you know, I can't help but think that this was something that created a separation in a relationship perhaps, and that it almost felt like such a loss, and you're so disappointed. But there's also, I think, a betrayal here. And I say that again because of that Queen of Wands in reverse. You guys, the Queen of Wands in reverse, that really says to me there may have been some kind of betrayal that you're trying to write out right now. Like you're trying to level out the playing fields, like I was sort of saying before. You might even be feeling a little jealousy. Maybe there was a love triangle and you're sort of on the outside of that at this moment. It's like you're really needing to let go of what other people are doing and thinking right now because it's not serving you. It's creating a deeper chasm of this feeling of disappointment, which could turn into anger and jealousy and who knows what else. So it's very interesting. It's almost like you're being guided to sit with this, to understand it, and then to just release it, because seeing that Devil here tells me that this dynamic is not serving you. There's something else to focus on here. There's an emotional fulfilling focus that could be you know, better for you to focus on. Sorry, I'm stumbling on my words a little bit here, but it's almost like you need to finalize this. There's something that needs to be finalized here. Let's see what oracle message you'll receive. What is the highest guidance here for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Trying to let go of this situation. Says spiritual protection. So you are being watched over and protected physically, emotionally, and energetically. You know, Taurus, that really makes me think that there's something here for you to learn something about yourself. Really, really something for you to take away from this experience that you might be missing because you're really focused on the loss. You're focused on the disappointment. You're focused on how angry you might be feeling or how jealous you might be feeling, or, you know, those lower vibe feelings are sort of taking over. And I think you're seeing spiritual protection right now as a way to sort of calm the fire, to cool you down a bit, to say, listen, you're not alone. We've got you. You're being protected and watched over. You can let this go. This happened maybe to teach you something about yourself, and that's it. And you don't have to stay in this story. You don't have to stay trapped in this old story anymore. Really interesting reading, Taurus. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this has resonated with you, please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, or if you would like a personal reading, you can see the link for that in the description below. All right, my friends, I'm sending you so much love and light. Have a wonderful week. Take care. We'll see you again soon.